I grew up with a similar story of like any immigrant, right? So I was born in Bolivia, in Cochabamba, Bolivia. I'm very proud of my indigenous roots and my indigenous background, especially Quechua, because being in Southern California, there's not many Bolivians. So it was always something that my mom, when we immigrated from Bolivia to the US, specifically the San Fernando Valley, that she wanted us to make sure that we always preserved our roots. So my name's Lili Gangas. I'm the Chief Technology Community Officer for the Kapor Center. As an immigrant kid, you're really taught early on that you don't have a choice to quit. You gotta keep working because that's what you have to do. So I think that's always been embedded. I'll just tell you, I grew up with very strong women. Oh yeah. Because my mom had to work 2 jobs. It was always my sister and I. We didn't have babysitters, right? It was like, I grew up with I Love Lucy and Gilligan's Island as like my go-to nannies. Spanish was my first language, and being able to be in the classrooms and not knowing how to connect other than a love towards math and puzzles and things like that, because that's the only way I was able to express myself growing up. I got into science. I was that nerdy kid and still a proud nerd. I'm a very curious person. I love learning. I love exploring. Oakland has allowed me to go back to acknowledging the power of my ancestry, where I've been able to really unlearn all of the things from corporate America. I think the work that we get to do at the Kapor Center and some of the work I've been doing, it's really creating choice. And I co-lead our Mobilizing Communities focus area, which really looks at how are we leveraging as a private foundation programs, grants, partnerships, and now soon, policy. We know it's not gonna take one person, it's gonna really take a collective power to really change the large, complex situations that we're in. Don't forget that you still have your innate power, your voice. Putting that into action is the ask that I have for anyone in technology in this moment. There's a lot of like the hidden figures, right, in your life. And I think with my sister, I'm like always the oldest kids, they always have it the hardest. Seeing my mom stress, and my sister also being able to like absorb it, but in a way to repurpose it so I wouldn't feel it. Especially in the Latinx community, those first kids, when you're the immigrants, they're the ones that are in the front line with the parents. And sometimes they have to be your parents. To have a sense of what it means to own your voice is, I think, important, because she owned her voice. She's always been so bold. What would have life been like for little Lily and my mom, my sister, to move into the US in the current conditions? And I really don't think we would have been able to make it. And so for me, that I just reflect on every day of the work that I do to make sure that we're not leaving it up to luck, but it's actually that we are improving those opportunities, because I benefited from that. And so I want to make sure that other folks have the same opportunity as I did.